Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to the 30-day wellness journey. Day 26, self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is something that we all experience, yet we don't really talk about enough or even give it enough space to say, okay, what's happening? Why am I self-sabotaging? And how do I make a plan to stop? Self-sabotage is essentially the brain's way of protecting you. It's a way of the brain saying, I love you. And you might say, wait a minute, isn't self-sabotage a bad thing? How is that the way the brain is protecting me? Self-sabotage is trying to block you from being hurt, failing, or really a survival technique. For example, if you start working towards a new task, your brain is going to say, oh, well, we don't know what the outcome is going to be, so let's sabotage. So as soon as you sit down to work on the new task, you're like, oh, I just got a notification on my phone, or I got to check the mail, or I got to do the laundry, or the dishes. And as soon as you make that commitment to do the task and you get distracted, that is your brain's way of self-sabotaging. This can also be seen in your business, your work, your family, your healthy habits. For example, you've been working out, you've been eating healthy, and now you have been doing it so consistently that maybe you've hit the longest you've ever done in your life of eating healthy and exercising. And now the brain's like, well, we don't know what happens after we've done this the longest. All right, let me just be too tired tomorrow to work out, or let me have a craving of something sweet. And what happens is our body and brain self-sabotage us. We can see this a lot in our work. For example, if you are wanting to get that promotion, all of a sudden you might start noticing a lot of errors. You might be missing emails. You might not be responding to people or CCing the wrong people, or your quality of work isn't as well. The brain is constantly trying to block, and what happens is it looks like self-sabotage. And you're like, why would I want to sabotage myself? Basically, the brain does not like anything that is uncomfortable or unknown. It fears the unknown because it needs to survive, and it doesn't really have good odds for the unknown. We used this example maybe 20 videos ago, but the hunter-gatherer video, right? We've got two types of people. The one who's constantly worried about survival, and the other one that's like, everything is perfect, just let go, let God, and just let everything be okay. Who survived, right? The one who worried. And when you're not worrying and everything in your life starts to go really well, the brain does not trust that. We are wired for fear, therefore the brain will sabotage. The brain will create stress and chaos where there no stress and chaos needs to be. You can start to identify your self-sabotage habits of when things start to go really well, what sabotages it? Do you pick a fight with your partner? Do you pick a fight with your family members? Those are all really big self-sabotage behaviors. Let's say you're a content creator, and I've seen this so often. You have a viral video and then you're so afraid, so you stop posting, you stop putting yourself out there, and you stop creating content. The brain is self-sabotaging. All of these things we get to be aware of, and sometimes it's so subtle that we don't even realize it. For example, maybe you've been meditating every single day and it feels really good and you're getting this motivation and this je ne sais quoi, and then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, oh, I don't have time to motivate, and then the next day I don't have time to motivate, and now you start to feel really crappy and you're like, wait a minute, what changed? And you're like, oh my gosh, I stopped doing my meditation. So sabotage is so sneaky, it stops you without you even realizing. It's not a conscious thing. That's something we need to be aware of. It is not conscious. We are not consciously trying to block ourselves. It is all in our subconscious brain. Your reflective question is, what is your go-to self-sabotage? For me, it's going on social media, and I might say I'm doing research for videos. No, I'm just scrolling, and I'm like, who is this person? I don't even know when it like pops up random people. My go-to self-sabotage is scrolling on social media. Other people's self-sabotage is stop creating content, stop putting themselves out there, stop working out, stop eating healthy, stop doing their non-negotiables, stop doing those daily habits they need to do in order to be well. Basically, self-sabotage is misguided self-love. Again, the brain is trying to keep you safe, but it just shows up as chaos and stress. As soon as we identify that we're in self-sabotage mode, we can bring that awareness and make a plan to do something different. We don't have to beat ourselves up. We don't have to be like, brain, why are you sabotaging again? I told you this is safe. This is a safe option. No, 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 no. We get to say, all right, thank you, brain, for trying to keep me safe. I understand. That is misguided self-love. So your inspired action is to create either a word or phrase that you can say to yourself when you notice, as soon as you notice that you're self-sabotaging. A phrase could be, if you've ever seen Dora the Explorer, swipe or no swiping. It could be a funny word like pineapple or pumpernickel. Really, if you can do something funny that's going to create some humor or some laughter. Again, laughter is another natural endorphin. But creating a phrase that you can say as soon as you notice to bring your awareness. Again, self-sabotage is subconscious. So in order to bring our conscious awareness, we need to kind of create a code word that as soon as we see it, we say the word and we know that it's time to do something different or ask for support. So your inspired action is to create either a word or a phrase once you've identified you've self-sabotaged. Let me know in the comment section below, what is your sabotage word or phrase? Mine is swipe or no swiping. So context for that, in the show Dora the Explorer, when she's getting ready to go on her adventure, she pulls out the map and Swiper the fox goes and swipes it and totally hijacks her plan. And I just thought that was a really fun play on words to tell my brain, like, swipe or no swiping. Basically, the fox is not allowed to hijack my plans and take over because I am in charge of my destiny. Amazing work. I will see you in tomorrow's video.